Okay, so welcome to Aligned with Love. This is April, and the theme for this month is permission, expanding into your fullest life. So, what I found, I've been playing with this myself, and what I found with the idea of giving permission, allowing yourself permission to do these things, to have these dreams, to give yourself, it's like writing yourself a permission slip. I heard Elizabeth Gilbert say that recently. She's like, I feel like I go around the world writing permission slips. And I feel like when she said that, I had such a resonance, like, oh yeah, I feel like I do the same thing. There's this giving permission for women to do the things that bring joy, to live the life that's expansive, to play in the fullness of who you are, who you're meant to be. And just a few examples of the little ways that I've been giving myself permission this month as we're playing with this theme. So one of the things that has been a dream of mine always, I'm sure you've heard me share over the years and over the time that we've been together, how much I love to sing. I really enjoy it. It makes me so happy. And if you've been to any of my live events, you know that I always include singing and music there. And one of my dreams that I've always had and never even stated out loud is to sing in public, to sing, to perform in a band or in a kirtan troupe or leading. And the idea of that terrifies me and also excites me and lifts me up. So what I've done is I've just given myself permission to allow that dream to come through. And I've been aware of all the stories that I have about why that can't be. My voice isn't good enough. I'm too old. I should have started younger. I don't play an instrument well enough, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Just watching the loop of why I can't have this dream. And to me, it really doesn't matter if that dream or that desire actually manifests, as much as it is me unhooking the blocked energy that says I can't have this. So it's really more about, to me, that if the dream comes true, it's icing on the cake. It's not like my life is absolutely tied in with me, playing to a stadium or something like that. But it's more about me giving myself permission to allow that desire to come through, to allow the feeling of that desire, to allow myself to take steps that move me in the direction of that joy, of that calling, of that yearning. And so I have started taking piano lessons, and which is something I haven't played the piano since I was like 10 or 11, maybe 12, I stopped. And I've been writing songs. I've been writing songs for a long time. Just when I walk, I write little ditties, and now I'm learning how to put chords with them. So that feels really liberating and exciting. And again, it's just that me opening up that desire has opened up something in me to give myself permission to play the piano and to sing, even if it doesn't go anywhere, but just to give that joy to myself. And there's been so much expansion. And then kind of along the same lines, I've also joined a choir, which I've never been in a choir since about age 12. And it's this community choir, super fun. If you ever have the opportunity to do community singing, it's kind of the name of this style of singing, and it's community choir or community chorus. Super fun, super fun. And so I'm singing, in 4-part harmony, singing in the alto section of the choir. And again, having this opening and this blast, just such a blast with it, because I've given myself permission to just pursue that, allow it to come through in whatever way it wants to. So opening up that deeper desire and then giving myself permission to have it in however it shows up, it has given me so much joy. And I feel a really deep gift coming through for me in opening my voice and allowing this expression to come out of myself. And I feel like it's bringing new intuitive information to me and new connection to spirit. And it's just a simple little addition to my life, but it felt really vulnerable and big to do. So what we're going to do today is work with something that you have wanted, yearned for, desired, whether it's, here's one more example. I'll just give you a couple examples of the ways that permission is playing in my life right now. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Another thing is I've always wanted to go to Spain with my husband. Just the two of us. I wanted to go for our 5-year anniversary. I wanted to go for our 10-year anniversary. I wanted to go for our 15th. And we just have never done it. And then this year I said, you know what? In this whole permission realm, I'm giving myself permission. Like, why am I not going? What's the hold up here? And it was really just allowing myself to have permission to take this trip and to not have it be work related and to not have it be productive, just to have it be a frivolous, love-filled vacation with my husband, no kid. And so my mother-in-law is coming out. We're going to Spain for 2 weeks. We're both taking 2 weeks off of work. And we're going to just go and play. And there's no reason I couldn't have done that 5 years ago, 10 years ago, a year ago. But it was just giving myself the permission to do it. So, and I'm excited to see what comes of it. If nothing comes of it, except for that we have a great time and there's no other outcome than that, that's okay. So I want you to start to think about today as we drop in, what is something that you've always wanted to do that you haven't allowed yourself to do, or you haven't given yourself permission for? And maybe it's because you don't think there's enough money, or there's not enough time, or you're too old, or you're not fit enough, or whatever it might be. The stories, we're going to work on the stories too. We're going to do some tapping around the places where you might be stuck. And again, if it doesn't show up in exactly the form that the original desire or dream was created, it doesn't matter, because just giving yourself permission and opening to some steps towards that, or giving yourself permission to say, okay, when that money comes in, I'm going to use it for that, or I'm going to spend my savings and do that, or I'm going to take this risk and join this club or join this team, or whatever it might be. So I want you to notice if there's any part of you that's even maybe dimming down the dream, just so you don't have to take the risk, and just see if you can stretch into what's the biggest desire, the biggest dream, the biggest yearning that you've had that you haven't allowed yourself to fully bring forward. What is that piece that you want to bring up to work with right now? Okay. So as we do that, let's go ahead and drop in. So go ahead and close your eyes. And take some deep breaths. Coming into this present moment, coming into your body, coming into here and now. Good. And just letting yourself start to drop into your grounding. As we set the intention that all insights, all clarity, all shifts that happen for you today be for your highest and best good. That all opening and permission and joy and expansion be for your highest and best good. And so it is. Okay, so drop that grounding cord. Really let yourself sink down. And feel yourself anchoring into your body and into the earth. And imagine a big, beautiful crystal waiting for you there. And just let yourself plug into or wrap around that crystal. Or that anchor, whatever the anchor looks like for you. And just really let yourself come into, drop into, relax into your body, your connection, the earth. Just really let yourself feel that. Good. And then open your crown and receive that unconditional love. Let that beautiful light pour through you. Let it pour down to your grounding cord, feeling that continuous connection. And really let yourself exhale into it. So just, that feels good. I'm just going to let myself breathe into it and receive and release and come home. Good. And then call your energy home to yourself. Just bring your energy back. So again, intending that this column of light is a magnet and calling all of you back to you. And I'll model that for you as well. Bringing yourself all the way home. Good. Mm. Beautiful. And now I want you to think of a desire that you have. Any desire at all, something that you haven't fulfilled in your life yet, something that maybe has been with you for a while, some dream, even if it seems impossible or ridiculous or too much or hedonistic or like there's no way you can have that and how dare you ask, and just anything that's bringing up the more resistance you have to it, the more trigger it's bringing up, the better, because it's just going to allow you to open up and move those pieces. So just bring up one to mind. I can feel one bubbling up in me that I'm not sure what it is yet. I'm like, oh, there's one coming up. It's coming to the surface. There's a little resistance there. What is that one? And so just feel it coming up. And just go ahead and speak it out loud. So if you're live with me on the call, you're muted. So you don't have to worry about being heard, but I want you just to speak out loud. I desire. And whatever that desire might be, I desire. And then just name it. And just see what comes up in response to it. So whatever it might be a trip somewhere, it might be a different kind of job, it might be creative expression, it might be learning to do something, play a sport, it might be anything at all. Just allow yourself to feel and name that desire. And then I want you to notice any resistance that you have to that desire. So any resistance that might be there in response. So go ahead and feel the desire and then feel, okay, where do I have a story that I can't have this? Where's the resistance? Just notice it in your body. Any resistance you have. And let yourself really just be aware of it. Maybe even put your hand on your body wherever it is. And feel it completely. Just feel the resistance, feel the fear, feel the story, feel the thing that says, I can't. And let yourself observe it. Like, oh, okay, here's this piece that says I can't do this. And it says I have all these reasons why I can't, or maybe there's just one reason. And just allow that resistance to be there. Just looking at it, allowing it, feeling it, noticing it. Okay, that's here. Right. And then I want you to bring love to it. Just love to the resistance. Good. Just bring unconditional love from source into the crown and wrap around that feeling of resistance. Just loving it. Good. And then I want you to tap the side of your hand. And I want you to say, even though I have this feeling that I can't blank, whatever it might be, I still love and accept myself. Even though I have this feeling that I can't, I still love and accept myself. One more time, even though I have this feeling that I can't do whatever it is, I love and accept myself. Now we're going to start to access some of the reasons why, the beliefs that are in there about why you can't do this thing, have this desire fulfilled. Top of your head. I can't blank because. So it might be like from one of mine, like I can't sing in a band because I'm 50 years old and that's too old. Okay. So whatever it might be. Just let it come, even if it doesn't make sense, even if you don't really feel like saying it out loud, just let it come through. So inside of your eyebrow, I can't fill in the blank because fill in the blank. And again, just let whatever comes come. Outside of the eye, I can't because. Under the eye, I can't because. Under the nose, I can't because. Chin, same pattern, I can't, and then the because. Collarbone, same one, I can't do this or experience this because. I like to do both on the collarbone. Under the arm, I can't because. And tap your wrists together. I can't blank because blank. Let it fill in. On the side of the hand, take a deep breath in and out through your mouth. 2 more just like that. Good. And now we're going to do another round, and I want you to just choose the ones that seemed like the strongest, the most resistance. So again, we'll do the same thing. And if you feel like you've run out, or have used up the ones that feel strong, just again, you can do the because and just let it come. See if you can access, because the more you do this, like I can't, let's see if I can just try one. I can't sing in a band because I live in a small town. So that one was surprised me. That just came out, right? Or I can't sing in a band because my voice isn't good enough. I can't sing in a band because I have a kid. I can't sing in a band because I can't go on tour because I can't leave my family. I can't sing in a band because I'm not cool enough, hip enough. So just like let them come. So some of those are just like spur of the moment, unconscious words. So again, do your thing, the side of your hand, or you don't have to do the setup again, but just tap the side of your hand. I can't do whatever it is because, and then again, just let it come up. Let anything that comes up. And if there's nothing new, then repeat the ones that are really strong. Okay, so side of the hand. And I'm not going to say it this time. I'm just going to name the point that you're tapping, and you've got the system by now. The side of your hand. Top of the head. Inside of the eyebrow. Outside of the eye. Under the eye. Under the nose. Chin. Collarbone. Under the arm. Tap your wrists together. Good, and back to side of the hand. And then again, 3 deep breaths in and out through your mouth. Good. Okay, so now just feel and see if you have any energy moving. See if you notice any response to the tapping. Sometimes I feel a little tingling, or I feel like I need to yawn, or some kind of like release happening. Just notice if that's there. If it's not, it's okay, but just notice. And then I want you to feel back into the original desire, the original dream, the original yearning. And just let yourself imagine yourself doing that thing. So for me, I'm going to imagine singing in a band and having the whole audience sing back to me, because that's what I really love about it. It's just that unity of call and response, or singing together. So just really imagine that experience. Imagine yourself living it full out in whatever way that is. And just make it even a little bit better than you had originally created. So see if you can enhance it a bit. I'm having fun with this one. Just play with it. Have fun. If there's resistance coming up, just put your hand on the resistance wherever it is and just bring it love. Like, oh, yeah. It doesn't mean you have to do it. So if this is something that feels like it's out of alignment with you, or it's going to cause trouble in your life, that's okay. You don't have to do it. Just allow the desire to come to the surface. Okay. And again, really visualizing yourself living that desire out, living that dream out. And just watch a movie of it in your mind. Really see it, feel yourself doing it as if you are moving through, you're actually in it. So maybe not so much watching it on a screen, but as you feeling yourself moving through. What do you see? What do you smell? What do you hear? What do you taste? What's going on? What's the experience in your body? Just really let yourself go full on with this desire. Take it to its fullest. Keep playing with it. Really let yourself feel it. Good. Let yourself feel the sensation of how it feels to be experiencing this. And then I want you to just feel into, okay, if I were living this desire, this dream, if I actually experience this, what does it feel like? So I'll give you an example. So for me, if I'm imagining singing with a really large group of people and leading this song and being in that energy, it feels exhilarating, it feels expansive, it feels connected, it feels joyful, it feels fun, it feels exciting, I feel lit up. Okay, so I want you to just name out loud, again, you're muted if you're here live with me, name out loud, when I allow myself to imagine this desire, this, or when I imagine myself singing in a band or whatever it might be for you, I feel, and just let yourself name all that. I feel. I'm noticing my body wants to just do a little Kundalini rotation here as the energy is coming through as I'm envisioning it. So that's good. It's just a sign that the energy is moving. And that's the point of this exercise. So again, for me, the point of this exercise is not to seem like to be on a stage with, 10,000 people in the audience. I mean, that would be fabulous if it happens. But the point of this exercise is to feel the energy that's released by me allowing myself to have permission to feel this desire, to take steps towards this desire, to open to the expansion, the experience of it, to give it voice, to give it a picture, to give it a story. Now I want you to let those feelings, whatever they are, run through your body. Really let the vibration of those qualities turn on as if you were experiencing it. Your nervous system doesn't know the difference between you actually experiencing it and imagining experiencing it. So give your system the experience of these qualities, of this vibration. Really let yourself really feel it, go fully into it and let yourself. So right now I'm feeling the exhilaration, I'm feeling the joy, I'm feeling the excitement. I almost want to bounce. It's like, just let yourself really feel that and let it run through head to toe. Let it run through your whole system out into your auric field. Really give yourself permission to totally feel how it would feel to experience the feeling, the sensations of living that desire, of experiencing that desire. Beautiful. Keep going. Don't stop. Just keep letting it come. Keep letting it flow. And I want you to imagine giving these qualities, this vibrational sensation that you've got, a color or a series of colors, and let them move through you. So mine are like, right now, it's like a hot pink, bright, like a tangerine orange, turquoise, sparkle. It has glitter in it. And just letting those qualities run through you. Letting that color run through you, those colors run through you, and every cell being activated with this feeling. It's making me want to stretch my heart forward, sit up straight. You see if you can turn it up a little more, turn up the volume. And if you lose it or your mind starts to wander, just come back to imagining the experience. And if there's resistance, just bring love to that resistance. And if you need to tap again, go ahead and tap. Even without words, just tapping through the points will open up the energy. Just let yourself really feel it. And notice if there's a part of you that's even ashamed to allow yourself to express this desire. And just love that shame and keep going. Do it anyway. Open up to it anyway. Just really let yourself feel it. Keep going. And see if you can add to it a little bit, make it even better. You can have a magic wand. It doesn't have to be something that necessarily is even realistic. So like I can add to mine, I can add like angels as backup singers. So just see if you can even take it up a notch, something that would bring even more joy, more expansion, whatever the quality is that you're manifesting, bringing through, turn it up. Bring more love to it, more light to it, more pleasure to it. How could you make it even more pleasurable? Beautiful. Good. Now I want you to imagine a fountain pouring out of the front of your heart, sending these colors and this picture and these feelings out to the edges of the universe. Just really sharing your desire and how it feels to express it and manifest it in your mind, in your body, in your heart, in your field. And again, there might be, I'm noticing as I send mine out, there's a little bit of resistance, like, oh, can I do that? Can I have that? And just love the resistance and send out the picture, send out the feeling. Yeah. Good. And then bring that color combination, the vibration combination into your column of light. Let it run up and down the entire length of your column of light. Good. And again, take some really deep breaths in through your mouth, in and out through your mouth. Really let that energy anchor down into your grounding cord. Really ground it into the earth as you breathe. Beautiful. And then envisioning yourself being wrapped in sheets of rainbow light, sealing this in, anchoring in these qualities deep in your core, this vibration, this sensation, this experience of awakening desire and letting it move through you. Anchoring these intentions in at your column of light, thanking all of our guides, all the beings of light who join us today and always. And so it is. And just gently start to bring your awareness back. I really can't stop moving. I've just got all this energy moving through. Hopefully that's what you're experiencing with this, is that as you awaken the desire, you start to really let the energy move, right? So again, it's not so much about, for me, like with my example, it's not about me being on a stage with 10,000 people, having that experience, as much as it is about me allowing that desire to come up, to move at the blocks and the restrictions that say, no, we can't have that. And just let the feeling of it, okay, if I had that, how would it feel? Wow, I'd feel exhilarated. I'd feel excited. I'd feel expansive. I'd feel like I had so much energy. So then as you bring those qualities up, as you bring those vibrations up, those energetics to your field, then your system starts to know, oh, I can have that. I can have that. I can have that feeling. And whether or not it's the trip to Spain or the singing in the band or whatever it might be, it doesn't really matter what the external shows up as much as it does that you feel this vibration moving through you, because as you feel these vibrations, then the universe brings you experiences of that, right? So if I'm moving the energies of exhilaration and joy and expansion and connection by doing this exercise and feeling into that desire, then what happens in my field is that my system knows, okay, oh, I'm supposed to feel exhilarated. I'm supposed to feel joyful and excited and expanded. That's my state. That's what's running through me. And then there's a magnetism of those experiences in the external, whatever they might be, things that I couldn't even imagine, coming towards me because of the vibratory frequency that I'm running and carrying, and because I've unhooked that place where I said I can't have that, I can't do that, I'm not allowed, it's too much, whatever it is. So again, less important than actually doing it is allowing yourself permission to do it. And then if you do it, great, that's icing on the cake. Go do it. It's fabulous, right? And you can keep going with this practice, allowing yourself to open up to your deeper desires and giving yourself permission to feel them, experience them, and then take them to whatever end they naturally want to come to. So that's my wish for you. Play with it, have fun with it. And I want to open up, I know we just have a couple people live on the call, and I want to open up for love seats if anybody wants them, since this is, again, our last live call together for a while. In case you missed it in the emails, I'm going to be traveling to Spain in May, so I'm not going to be doing Align with Love in May. And then for the summer, I'm going to take some time away from the program. I'll be traveling a lot. And also, I want to dive in and go internal and really feel into what's the next manifestation? How does it want to continue? And I'm going to be asking you to respond to me and telling me what you want and what you need for this program coming up in the fall. So I'd love to get your feedback. So I'll be asking you questions. And also I'm going to be dropping in and really seeing, okay, what wants to be next? What wants to come through now? We've had this 9-10 month experience together. It's like a birth gestation. And now what's next? What wants to come through next? So we'll be playing with that, but I will be continuing this in some format. I'm just not sure if it will be, we'll see. But there's I don't want to put any thoughts into your mind, because I want to hear what you would like as well. So I'm going to ask some questions, and then I've got some ideas brewing. All right, so let's open this up here. Let me unmute those of you that are on the line. And you can mute yourself from home if you want to be, but I'm just going to unmute you. And would either one of you like to bring a love seat forward? Or a question, or even just a response to that experience?
I will. Hello.
Hi, Deb. How are you?
I'm doing really well. I joined late, so I got your email or notification again. So I appreciate that. I don't really have anything, but I have not been in the quote unquote hot seat or the love seat, and I guess nothing in particular is coming up. But I would love for you to check in if the other caller doesn't have a specific question.
Yeah, absolutely. And then let me come back to, I'll just say UK. I won't name you if you don't want to be named, but do you have anything you'd like to bring or work with?
Hi, it's Kirsten here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, hi. So just an observation. I found it quite difficult to go with that dream. I found it kept my mind just kept going to, no, that's a bit big, Kirsten. Honestly, you need to rethink this. And then as we sent it more love, it started to ease up a little bit, and I was able to pour light into it, and now it kind of feels more possible. So that's really nice. Thank you.
Beautiful.
And the dream I wrote down was, I'd like to have my own business one day. I'm tired of working for others in an office.
And that feels like, when you started, that felt like that was too big of an ask?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also things around responsibility, you know, that not just about the what, but also what that then means and so on.
Yeah. So what I would encourage you to do is, because intuitively I get there's no reason why you couldn't have your own business. It would be fabulous for you. Like, that's honestly the hit that came through right away. It was like, go for it. You know?
Yeah.
So what I would encourage you to do is shut the how up right now. Like, do not let the how be part of this right now. It's not time for the how. It's just time for the visioning. And oftentimes when we do this visioning enough and we really get clear with the feeling of it, the how happens really gracefully. But when we let the how and the responsibility and the practical lead, it shuts down all of the dreaming, expanded, energetic part. So I would encourage you to just keep playing with this. Go back and listen to this again and do it again and again and again, and just keep letting yourself envision it and feel it without worrying about oh, now it means I have to quit my job, or don't worry about any of that yet. Just let yourself be in the dream and the joy of it.
Thank you. I'll definitely give that a go. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And it does. It really feels like when you said that, I was like, oh, that feels exciting. Like it didn't feel, there's no part of me that was like, oh, I don't know. It felt really like exciting for you. So again, don't worry about the how right now, and you don't need to quit your job right now. And now's the time to start to open and play and dream and vision. And it's not too much.
Yeah. Fabulous. Thank you very, very much.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Okay, I'm going to come back to you, Deb.
So when I came in right during the meditation, and maybe what I'm, so I just tapped into wherever, just to jump into the pool of where you're at, right? I didn't know the idea beforehand, but I'm just like, I'll receive all that's before me and that I'm attracting. And so I felt, which was super juicy, I felt the presence of a man behind me, and he just came up behind me and kissed me. And I could feel that whole rush of like, oh, like the really fluttery stages when you're just in that love affair of experiencing and all of that. And so I get goosebumps even just feeling that. And I don't feel like, it just feels really open. I feel like I'm in a really good place in my life to welcome that. Like I've done so much work, and just it feels like it's a good place. Like I'm not needy, I'm very self-sustaining, but I'm really excited to be able to share that with someone else. So that, and then all of that came up. Of course, it was I could feel it in all the chakras, particularly all of that. And then when you kept saying it, take it deeper, it got less intimate and more partnership, like projects around the house, like really helping. Oh God, it feels so good for a man to be able to do that, because I'm always, even when I was married, I was the person that did all the may my man be more mechanically inclined than me. I helped a lady untangle a shopping cart once at the store, and she was inclined because I could just see instantly what was the problem, and she had been really fighting it. And I'm like, can you just give me a second and I can help you out? And so here's what she's like, you're so mechanically inclined. I go, may my man be one step deeper than me? She's like, oh, you're gonna have a really hard time finding that. I'm like, I don't
cancel clear.
Right. I believe there's a manly man that's super sexy and is mechanically inclined, that is wholehearted as well. So yeah, I'm open to experiencing that.
Yeah, and I would say that what comes through as the next piece for you would be to really be in an exploration of your softness as much as you can, and to explore and look at, like, okay, where are the places in me that have some story around the feminine? Like anything to unhook around the feminine, like whether it means that the feminine is, basically like negative beliefs I have about the feminine are, and just, get them out and do some tapping around that. Okay. Because I feel like you've had to carry that masculine for a while. And so what happens is that your masculine is strong, but your feminine I feel it. It's not like it's not there.
Yeah, no, because I've worked on it for years. Like I had, even just pleasure like that, probably 9 years ago, I didn't even know how to welcome the feminine. So I feel I love the opportunity when I can really be in my feminine, because it feels amazing. Yeah. But I don't always get, I have to be both, right? I have a daughter, 13-year-old daughter, 14 now. She has her first boyfriend. It's really cute. So, it's whatever that label that is. But anyway, so yeah, whatever comes up, I'm certainly willing to explore and to deepen.
Yeah, it just feels like there's more. The image I have is like a piece of fruit that's a little bit dehydrated.
Okay.
And so it's like wanting more plumpness. Okay. So whatever you do that feeds that plumpness. Okay. And the other thing I'm getting is for you to, when you're out in the world, whenever you don't need your masculine, turn it off. Like we really only need it when you're untangling that shopping cart, or when you're fixing something, or when you're doing your banking. We don't need it as much as we think we need it. Right. So And it feels like for you too, there's an opportunity to be, and I don't want this to sound stereotypical, but it feels like it's important for you to be like really wearing feminine clothes as much as you can and letting yourself be in the sensualness of feeling beautiful for you.
Okay.
Not like you're going out, like you're not dressing like I'm going to go to
weather to wear summer dresses.
Yes. Yeah. Like, just be in that flowy energy, and not from the perspective of I'm going out so I'm looking pretty so I can meet my man. It's about you really feeling that sensual feminine beauty moving through you and flowing through you. And that feels like it's going to plump up that feminine fruit.
Okay. I like it. I like
and
it.
like just being in your juicy flow, whatever brings you into that. I also feel like you can move your hips more. Dance, belly dance, whatever. Like it just feels like your hips want to express, whatever kind of music brings your hips into the game.
Okay,
I would add that in every day, like one song. Just get your hips going. Like it feels like that your pelvis wants to be open more.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah. So those are the pieces I would give you in this moment. Like just plump up that juiciness and turn off the masculine whenever you can. Like, does it need to be on right now?
Right.
I can drive my car in the feminine. I can, and you're, like.
Right. Totally.
And I don't know that you really need to be the masculine for your daughter either.
Yeah.
Like I would question that a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. I would say hold less masculine in general, unless you absolutely have to have it for, you've got to fix the roof or whatever, then, but really try to turn it off, because I think for me, when I feel into you, one of the energies is that there's so much competence in your system. Like you're so competent in the masculine arena that there needs to be a little bit more of and not that you should be incompetent, but that there's it needs to be a little bit more softness and way heavier. Like you need to weigh your energy heavier to the feminine side.
Okay.
So that you can have room for that guy who's more masculine than you to come in, but you've got to really soften up and let that, not that you would turn it off but
what I found, like, I attract a really handsome, people didn't believe me that, when I'd say he's too feminine. Mm-hmm. So it's interesting thinking about what I attracted a couple years ago, very handsome, masculine looking man. Mm. To me, he was so feminine, even intimately. Like I would end up just having to muster up, and I hated feeling, because I wanted to be the girl, right? Yeah. And I was like, why don't you I can't remember his name. That's funny. It just escaped me. Brian. Huh? And I'm like, he's too feminine, and they're like looking at like, how can you possibly say that? And I'm like, yeah, so I don't want, that's probably likely attracted, even though he looked masculine.
Yeah, you were moving in the right direction.
I don't want to match that compliment and have to be more feminine.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. I like it. So play with that. Have fun with it, whatever that looks like.
Good spring time.
Yeah, and a friend of mine wrote this great book. It's not necessarily around relationship, but I just enjoy it. It's called Feminine Genius.
Okay.
By Liana Silver, and I'm just really enjoying it. It's a fun one to play with.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, awesome. Yay.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Enjoy your time.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You'll take us with you, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, so let's just drop back into the column of light and really feel your energy as we complete. And thank you to both of you lovely ladies for being willing to share vulnerably. I know it always serves everyone else too to listen in later. Just feel your column of light, feel your desire, let yourself really experience it, let it move through you, let the colors and the vibration and the energy move through you right now. And then just take that out into the world. Sending you so much love, blessings. Have a beautiful summer. I will be in touch. I will probably be posting pictures on Instagram and Facebook. So if you don't follow me there, follow me. It's Lisa Rigsby, easy to find. There's not too many of us. I think I'm the only one. So Much love to you. And yeah, keep an eye out for my emails with questions about what you desire from Aligned with Love. Okay, bye for now. Much love.